Hi Year 11, I'm Mrs. Toze. I'm just going to take you through a couple of ways in which you can revise for English. So English is a subject that lots of people feel quite confused about how they can revise for, but actually it's just a case of practicing the key skills that you're taught in class over and over again, and I'm going to show you some resources that we've got for you to help you in your revision. So if we first of all go onto the English Google Classroom, and I will show you where that is. So we have a Year 11 English Google Classroom, and if you go there you will see that I have posted a new assignment, revision materials for language paper 1, and I've made a copy for every single student in the class, in the year group. So you should have your own copy of both of the resources that I'm going to show you today. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly take you through the first resource that we've got for you. So in class at the moment we have been revising and learning about paper 1, and we've looked at how the paper is split into 2 sections. Section A is a reading section, and there are 4 questions in that, and this is what this booklet is designed to help you revise for. So if you just scroll down in the booklet, you can see here that the first thing that I've got on the second page here are some success criteria, and those success criteria break down every single question in section A of that paper into its success criteria. So you can tick off when you have completed one of the things. All right, so I'll just take you down and show you the format of the rest of the paper so that it makes sense to you. So I've given you some top tips as well, how to succeed with every single question. You can see those there. And then you're given some extracts. You can see that extract 1 is girl with a pearl earring, and if you scroll down you can see that there are 6 extracts and some corresponding questions. Okay, so let's just stop at this one, extract 3. What you're expected to do is read it through using all of the techniques that you're taught about how to comprehend a text that we've been teaching you in English lessons. And then when you get to the end, you can see on the next page there will be 4 questions, and those questions mimic the style of question that you will get in the exam. So say for instance I'm going to answer all of these questions. I've got to question 4. Here is my question. I want you to attempt to answer question 4, and you can do that just by writing directly on your booklet. Don't forget that you have your own copy so you can write all over it. So just write your response there, and once you have done that, scroll back up to the top, find the corresponding question 4 success criteria, which is here, and tick or just shade in the box if you feel like you have met that success criteria. And that's a way in which that you can test yourself on how well you have answered those questions. Okay, so there are 6 columns for each text, and you can make sure that you've ticked through and you've achieved everything on the success criteria for each question. Okay, that should take you right up until the mock exam, and that's how you can revise the reading section of that paper. Okay, so moving on then, the other booklet that is on the Year 11 English Google Classroom is one for the second half of the same paper, so that's section B. That is just really 1 question, and you can see here that I have a descriptive writing booklet because that's what the question asks you to do. So if you have a look, I've done something very similar as I have on the first booklet, on this booklet. So on page 2 you can see, if I just zoom in a little bit, you can see here that I have provided you with a success criteria for a question 5. I've also provided you with a modelled example underneath. So what you can do once you've completed a piece of writing for question 5, you can then see how well you've managed to reach the success criteria. If you scroll down through the booklet, you can see that I'm giving you lots of images and a little task to complete. The main things I will say for question 5 is that it's really important for us to start building our stamina with extended writing. We're finding in classes that some of you are struggling to write for 45 minutes, and that's as long as you have to complete this question. So give yourself 45 minutes, complete one of the tasks. So for instance, you might write a description as suggested by this picture. You can see here that there is some support available for you, so there's a suggested structure here for you and reminders about things that you should include. And then once you've completed that, you can scroll right back up to the second page where the success criteria is written to double check whether you've managed to attain those targets on each of your pieces of writing. Okay, it's really important to plan your response and make quick notes about what you're going to include in every single paragraph. And it's also really, really important to make sure that you proofread your work. Spend 2 minutes just reading through, making sure that you've used capital letters correctly, making sure that you haven't made other similar basic errors on your work, and making sure that it best represents your overall ability. Okay, and essentially that's it. Make sure you check in with your teachers if you're confused about anything, and make sure that you check to see that you are on the Year 11 English Google Classroom. If you feel like you've been missed out, please let me know and I'll make sure you're added. Okay, thanks.